Hello, and welcome to another episode of Margin Called, the only channel on YouTube dedicated to controlling your losses in the stock market. Today, I want to go over a winning trade that I had today. It's actually two trades, one of which was a loser. The second one made me profitable for the day. I'm trying out this new indicator that I'll talk a little bit about, but as you can see up here, my day's realized P&L just shy of 188 bucks. So overall, pretty good given the circumstances that I've been dealing with the past 2 weeks. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and I'll kind of describe this new indicator that I've been using. It's called the alligator indicator. It's basically three different lines that use, I guess, a Fibonacci range. I'm not sure what you would call it, but your jaw line is going to be this blue line here. The teeth are going to be the red line, and the lips are going to be the green line. Now, when you have a formation like this where you have the blue and the green on either side with the red in the middle, I guess in this instance, this would be bearish momentum. And if you see the opposite where the green line is basically to the upside, we can maybe use this as an example. We've got the green to the upside, the red in the middle, and the blue to the downside. That would be bullish momentum. So this is basically designed to make sure that you avoid stuff like this, where there's consolidation going on and you're really only trading when there's a confirmed trend direction, at which point it's going to be your challenge and responsibility to identify either places of consolidation or a retest following a break. So, sure enough, what I did today was I noticed this is the candle open on a 10-minute time frame of SPY. This is the one that I trade options with the most. And as you can see here, we do have a pretty strong green candle. Let's see if I can't draw this for you. But as I let price action go on with the day, I noticed a possible, maybe I can pull this back a little bit just to make the point a little bit more pronounced, but basically a continuation from Friday's selling pressure. We have a little bit of a pennant. I guess you could call it a bear flag, but I said to myself, this could be a really good opportunity to make a short. Theoretically, we could see stronger selling pressure to the downside, especially when you see a price action formation like this. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't really as nice and crisp as I would have hoped, but as you can see here, we have it's a little bit of a hanging man. I'm not sure if you could call it that, but we have a nice wick on the top up here, but as you can see in these other successive candles, and again, this is a 10-minute that we're looking at, but we have wicks to the downside. If I'm going to be shorting something, I really want to see wicks to the upside. And of course, this was in this instance, it was an ideal spot to short at the intersection of price with this green line. In this case, it would be the lips of our alligator. But it's not unusual to see price kind of creep into the red zone or the blue line, which in these instances would either be like the teeth or the jaw. So again, just another point of clarity. But the reason I decided to short at this green line here is namely because of the significance of this price zone. So in this instance, there's a little bit of a resistance, and it continued to be resistance until it found it as support. So clearly, there's something about this zone for SPY's price that's especially sensitive. And I have a strange feeling. Let me see if I can't pull up a higher time frame chart. Great, wrong ticker. Yeah, let me see what happens when we do this. Let's see what we can expect when we put on a Fibonacci retracement. Let's go back to our intraday. It's not quite there, but it looks like at least this 439, 440 zone clearly that could be the 38.2% Fibonacci level. So that's kind of interesting in itself. But anyway, so I basically, across two different trades, let me see if I can bring this over here. The first trade that I had was, in fact, as I stated before, unfortunately it was a loser. So let me go ahead and scroll down here. As you can see, here's my entry point. Here's my exit. Anytime I do these intraday trades on SPY, I'm usually doing about 10 contracts. So you can see my adjusted costs there. Like I said, not very long in the trade at all. Started out in the red, had a little bit of a premium spike in my favor. And then once I saw that it was starting to make a little bit of a move back up, I just decided to get out. Now, I will actually go ahead and I will show you why I got out. So, as I stated before, this is my intraday trading chart, right? Wrong. I have another one. A whole new set of different charts to look at. So, I have this split up between, I guess you could actually call this like a little bit of a scalping chart, but I have this split between the 5-minute and the 3-minute. Let me see if I can correct that. And let me see where we were at this morning when I got into this. Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to make sure this is just right. Okay. So, no, that's not right. Is it? Oh, gosh. Yes, it is. All right, so this is what I was looking at. So I basically got in at around this point here. And it looked like it was beginning to work out for me. But as you can see here, this is our 5-minute. And this line right here, this little orange line, that's VWAP. And I was getting kind of worried because it looked like VWAP was actually going to be acting as support. And I don't know about you, but I've been in so many short positions over my lifetime. I've had my face ripped off. I've had to pick it up off the floor. So when I saw this type of price action, and when I saw that VWAP was actually acting as support, at least in this instance, I said, I've got to get myself out of the trade. So sure enough, I did, but I continued to watch just a little bit more. And I saw, at least I was looking long enough to see that it was really not able to break through at the lips of our alligator. We have a little bit of a wick to the upside, but it was still continuing to push down. So on my second trade, let me see if I can't bring this over here as well. Yeah, and this is going to be a different set of embarrassing for me for a little bit of a different reason. So you can see here, this is where I got in. Again, here's my 10 contracts. Here's my adjusted costs for the trade. But I got in here, really nice red candle. At this point, I was relatively certain that we were going to break through VWAP, make a nice strong break to the downside. And here's the candle where I should have gotten out. I ended up getting out on this candle instead. Unfortunately, I don't think I got out here or down here where the wick is. I probably got out like around this zone, which is why I only was able to make $260 in profit, at least on this trade. Of course, if you factor in the $70 loss, that gets you to about 188. So, looking at the running P&L, once this larger candle printed, I was sitting pretty actually. So, I was actually at one point above $600 on the trade. I probably should have just, instead of holding it, instead of being stubborn, I should have just said, you know what, this is awesome. Just get out right now while you have this nice big long candle. But of course, I've got this successive green candle, and of course this doji, which I wasn't really sure what to make of at the time. And at this point, I just said, you know what, I'm in profit now. I'm just going to take the money and run. So at least I was able to, using a new indicator and a new method, I was able to close the day profitable. So this is a little bit of a vindication for the alligator indicator in general. So I think I'm going to continue to use it. I'm going to continue to look for different opportunities. unfortunately, I'm probably not going to really be able to upload anything on Wednesday. I'm going to be traveling for business tomorrow. We'll see what comes from that. I'm not really sure if there's going to be any sort of really good price action moves, especially as to how we basically close the day. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Like I said before, with the alligator indicator, you really want to avoid these periods of consolidation. They're awful. You can lose a lot of money up here, and I certainly have. But anyway, but yeah, that is basically it. If you liked this video, if you found it informative, please feel free to actually click on the like button. I'm sure you people know the deal by now. And of course, subscribe to the channel, share the video, get the word out. Continue to watch for updates or notifications from me. I'm probably going to be uploading all of my wins in addition to my devastating financial losses. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Take care, have a great evening, and whatever you do, don't get margin called.